So I saw the new Power Rangers special, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, which is actually a celebration of the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, which we get to see the OG Rangers return, which is of course Billy, Zach, Wacky, and Catherine, where they take on the robotic version of Rita Repulsa. Of course, this would actually saw Treaty's daughter becoming a ranger as well, and it's a tribute to Jason David Frank, who played Tommy in the series, who unfortunately passed away last year. So this is a good tribute to him. So here's the review of the new special that I saw on Netflix. So the special begins with a monologue of the story begins in 1993, where Rita was actually being released from a prison where we knew that the team of 5 teenagers with attitudes was recruited by Sordon. Then the legacy continues when the Earth was protected by Power Rangers, which of course we see Billy in the scene battling the putties and the robotic version of Rita Repulsa, known only as Robo Rita, which we knew how he is actually defeated by her, knowing how he decided to morph into his OG suit. But we knew how he have actually have backup waiting for him when the other Rangers have actually made it just in time. As they fight the putties, we see Billy is about to be killed by Robo Rita, but Treaty have actually take the shot for Billy, knowing how she was destroyed, which Zack and Billy remove their helmets to see what has happened, which of course they're trying to figure out what they're going to tell her daughter Ming, which they didn't need to tell her about Rita killed her mother and her being the ranger, because she just heard them talking, which she left being upset after what just heard. But we actually heard that a year later, Zack became Ming's guardian and now actually starting to take care of Ming while she's also training, now knowing the Ranger's secrets, which we knew how they headed towards the graveyard. But we see how on their way over, we see the Rangers morph, making Zack morph as well, which Robo Rita has bring back her own monsters, Minotaur and Scissor, as robotic versions of themselves, which they battled them, but Scissor have actually captured Jason, Tommy, and Kimberly and turned them into minifigures and using their energy for a device, which Billy, Zack, and Ming have escaped, knowing how they were almost gotten caught. we knew how they're actually being ready to figure out what they had to do when they made it back to the command center. But after Ming wants to destroy Robo Rita, Zack says Ranger business, which she became upset and blames Billy for her mother's death, which isn't fair, in which we knew how they tried to figure out a plan. So they actually have Alpha to use the Pandora Protocol, which is actually a reference of Rita's Super Sentai counterpart from Pseudo Ranger, which we see how the Rangers are all over the cities that the Rangers come from, including Reefside, Turtle Cove, and Myrtle Bay, knowing how they've actually made it to their assigned locations, which we see Cat and Rocky, who's a fireman, which of course actually arrived, which they gave them the Paxi coins that had the same power as Jason and Kimberly's powers, so they morphed and powered the putties, which we knew how they were worn by Billy Sinister's powers. But we knew how he had actually was when they were being trapped by Minotaur, who was getting ready to track them down. But we see Ming saw the juice bar, which is a reference of Ernie's juice bar, actually being attacked. So she took her mother's morpher and headed over there, which they knew that they cannot morph, knowing putting the citizens in danger. But when they saw Ming battling the putties, they knew that it could be trouble. But we knew how they were actually trying to figure out what they had to do to save her, which they actually, with Rocky and Zack, have actually made it towards the juice bar and battled the honey and saving Ming, by which we knew how they were actually figure out what they had to do, knowing of how they also knew of the fact that he was using a morpher to get revenge, but it doesn't work like that. When Zack told her that revenge is not the Rangers' way, they only do it for justice. And so we saw Adam and Aisha on another world, knowing how they're trying to get there, but it's actually 6 hours away to get to Earth. And on the badges, it actually say SPA, which is a reference to Space Patrol Delta, could actually mean Space Patrol Alpha, could be a new Ranger team. So we knew how they are actually going to come to the rescue in a minute, but they actually have a stealth tech that Billy had. So they decide to trap Minotaur and Scuzzer to trap them with a giant magnet. So they actually use the tech to infiltrate Rita's lair, which of course we knew how they were actually trying to get to to the other Rangers, who Rita have captured them for their energy. But we see Ming continue to wander off to get revenge, knowing how stealing Billy's car and saving the man's boyfriend as well. So when she got to the trap, we see Robo Rita had made it over there, knowing how she had trapped her as well. Knowing that the Rangers had made it towards the lair, we knew that she's creating a portal to actually get to the past to prevent Sordon of recruiting them, which earlier we see how Billy tried to bring him back, but creating Robo Rita, saying that the particles that Sordon sacrificed himself is not the only one who has traveled through the waves, knowing how she has captured Ming, but they try to fight back, which she's going to kill Billy with the same move that killed Tree, but Ming have stepped in the way and take the shot, knowing of how she didn't actually have a flashback of Trini, which actually has the footage of Toy Train, the late actress who played Trini during the scenes. And of course, we knew how she remembers her mother, and the energy from her morphin means that it is a selfless act, which gave her the ability to transform into the Yellow Ranger with the rest of the Rangers as they morph and battle the putties and the monsters with their power weapons. Thus, Robo Rita had made Guzzard grow into Giant, which summons the Dinosaurs, which using the Sword Ascension Project toys, which transmuting them to the moon as a combined into the Megazord, which using GCI for a monster battle, which Rocky, Zack, and Cat defeated Minotaur, and they joined Billy and Ming to defeat Guzzard, which of course freeing the spell before Rita actually had a chance to travel through time, which they defeated her and destroyed the device. Thus, we see how Adam and Aisha take the Rangers to Apertar where they can be treated. Thus, they actually going back to their old lives, which we see how they gave Ming a communicator. Thus, we see how she apologized for blaming Billy for Treaty's death, which isn't fair. In which the episode ends with Billy and Zack telling them stories about the monsters that Treaty had battled, as well as Kimberly singing the song Down the Road, and also the 11 tribute of Toy Train and Jason and David Frank, who played Tommy, which is a beautiful tribute. I really actually love the special, which is commemorating the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. Of course, Emily Jo Johnson didn't appear due to a contract disagreement, and Adam St. John didn't come because of legal issues. But it is a beautiful memorial for Toy Train and Jason David Frank, who passed away last year. Thus, we see the OG Rangers Rocky, Billy, Jason, Chad, Venom, and Aisha, along with the new Yellow Ranger main, Treaty's daughter, and also the other Rangers from past, which of course, Leo, Kai, Devin, Ralphie, Nate, Connor, Ashley, Phantom Ranger, Maverick, and Nate and Ralphie have actually made their brief appearances in the figures, which I really love this special, which is also a celebration of the 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the special. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime Dodger, and here's the signing out. Laters, and be safe. And happy 30th anniversary of Power Rangers.